Nassourdine Imavov has been stepping up his training in preparation for a potential fight against Khamzat Chimaev. The UFC middleweight contender has been putting in extensive work, focusing heavily on his grappling and overall fight strategy. Training footage has emerged showing Imavov executing various drills, including takedown defense, clinch work, and ground control techniques, all aimed at preparing him for a high-level opponent like Chimaev. His intensity in the gym is clear, reflecting his determination to perform at the highest level when the opportunity arises. Although nothing is officially confirmed regarding a fight between Imavov and Chimaev, speculation continues to grow within the MMA community. Analysts and fans alike are closely monitoring both fighters' schedules, training camps, and public statements to anticipate when this matchup might finally happen. Imavov, known for his well-rounded skill set and strategic approach, appears to be leaving no stone unturned in his preparation. Meanwhile, Chimaev has also been active in his own training, making the potential clash between these two fighters highly anticipated. In the footage, Imavov demonstrates a mix of offensive and defensive techniques, including rapid transitions between striking and grappling, which highlight his adaptability inside the octagon. His coaches can be seen giving precise guidance, emphasizing timing, positioning, and leverage key components when facing a fighter of Chimaev's caliber. Observers have noted that Imavov's conditioning and agility have noticeably improved, suggesting that his training camp is progressing effectively and strategically. Fans are already debating who would come out on top if Imavov and Chimaev were to meet in the octagon. Chimaev's explosive wrestling and aggressive style make him a formidable opponent, while Imavov's calculated approach and technical proficiency give him a strong chance to counter Chimaev's pace. The discussion has created significant buzz online, with many sharing predictions, tactical analyses, and personal opinions about this potential matchup. Ultimately, while the fight remains unconfirmed, the focus remains on preparation and readiness. Imavov's commitment to improving his grappling, striking, and overall fight IQ demonstrates his ambition to compete at the elite level of the UFC. Fans are encouraged to watch closely as both fighters continue to develop their skills, making the eventual announcement of this fight a highly anticipated moment in the world of mixed martial arts. Who do you see winning this potential matchup? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Joaquin Buckley has publicly called out Belal Muhammad, continuing a back-and-forth that has been ongoing since February of last year. Over the past months, both fighters have exchanged comments and challenges multiple times, and it appears this rivalry will carry on into 2026. Buckley, known for his striking power and knockout ability, has made it clear that he is ready to step into the octagon with Muhammad in the near future. Belal Muhammad recently shared his personal goals for 2026, which include a mix of professional achievements and lighthearted personal ambition. Among his goals, he listed winning fights, connecting with notable figures, and even participating in entertainment endeavors. He mentioned wanting to fight Kamaru Usman, referencing Usman's role as a background actor in Black Panther, attend the Super Bowl, recover lost podcast files from a previous altercation on the Pound for Pound podcast, wrestle with friends, and appear as a contestant on Family Feud. Despite the humorous nature of some of these goals, Muhammad also emphasized his desire to win fights, highlighting the urgency in his competitive mindset. Responding to Muhammad's goals, Buckley made it clear that he is ready to turn one of those ambitions into a reality. Buckley posted a message directly challenging Muhammad, emphasizing the importance of setting specific dates for their fights rather than leaving plans open-ended. In his message, Buckley referenced Muhammad's goals for the year and suggested a concrete date for their potential matchup, March 7th in Las Vegas. He framed the challenge with confidence, stating that both fighters' main objective should be securing a win, and that they should make it happen in a controlled, high-stakes environment. The exchange demonstrates Buckley's confidence and willingness to engage in one of the more exciting potential matchups of the early 2026 UFC calendar. Fans have responded enthusiastically to the back-and-forth, recognizing both fighters' skill sets and imagining how this fight could unfold. Muhammad, known for his well-rounded abilities and strong grappling, would face Buckley's dynamic striking and knockout power, creating a compelling clash of styles. As anticipation builds, the MMA community is closely monitoring statements from both athletes, expecting formal announcements regarding fight contracts and event scheduling. Buckley's call-out has set the stage for a highly anticipated showdown, promising action both inside and outside the octagon. The question now remains, will Muhammad accept the challenge and step into the cage with Buckley on March 7th? Aiming to achieve his goals and secure a critical victory in the early part of 2026. Michael Chandler has teased a potential fight with Conor McGregor at a UFC event reportedly set to take place at the White House, sparking widespread speculation among fans and analysts. Rumors regarding McGregor's official return to the octagon have been circulated for some time, and Chandler's recent comments have added fuel to the fire. Speaking to CBS on New Year's, Chandler suggested that the UFC is planning something significant for 2026, hinting at a high-profile matchup with McGregor. Chandler stated, "I will say it's going to be a big year. The UFC is now on Paramount Plus for the next multitude of years. And also, there's a rumor going around. We can't confirm nor deny, but it does sound like I might be handing Conor McGregor a good old-fashioned, passionate red, white and blue butt whooping on the South Lawn in the White House sometime this summer. That's the plan." His comments, while playful, indicate that UFC officials may be exploring a marquee event involving two of the sport's most dynamic and popular fighters. Adding to the speculation, McGregor recently shared an edited highlight reel featuring himself and Chandler, accompanied by a cash house emoji in the caption. The post suggests that McGregor is aware of the discussions and may be considering the matchup seriously. Analysts note that booking McGregor for a White House card makes strategic sense for the UFC. Few athletes possess his level of star power, and an event of this scale requires a fighter capable of drawing maximum attention from fans and media alike. The potential matchup between McGregor and Chandler is intriguing from both stylistic and promotional perspectives. McGregor, known for his precision striking, knockout power, and ability to generate massive global attention, would face Chandler, a seasoned lightweight with explosive wrestling, striking versatility, and a reputation for delivering exciting fights. Fans are eagerly debating who would emerge victorious, with predictions ranging from a fast-paced knockout to a technical battle on the mat. As anticipation grows, the MMA community continues to monitor statements from both fighters and UFC executives, looking for official confirmation regarding the bout. The event, if confirmed, would likely be one of the most talked about UFC cards of the year, combining high-level competition with unprecedented visibility. Ultimately, the matchup promises to deliver excitement both inside and outside the octagon, as two of the sport's biggest names prepare to potentially clash on one of the grandest stages imaginable. Fans are invited to share their predictions, discussing whether McGregor or Chandler would secure the victory in this anticipated showdown. Joe Rogan has expressed serious concern for Tom Aspinall's UFC future, following the heavyweight contender's recent eye injuries. Aspinall suffered a double eye poke from Cyril Gane at UFC 321, an incident that has sidelined him for over 2 months. The injury has been severe enough to require multiple surgeries. Recently, Aspinall underwent surgery on his right eye, but he is still scheduled to have another procedure on his left eye in January. Despite the medical interventions, reports indicate that he continues to experience significant vision issues, which could have long-term implications for his fighting career. Rogan commented on Aspinall's condition, emphasizing the severity and uncertainty surrounding his future in the sport. He noted that Aspinall is still struggling to see properly out of his right eye, and highlighted that the damage could potentially end his UFC career. Rogan explained that unless Aspinall possesses extraordinary resilience or a unique mental toughness similar to that of Michael Bisping, competing at the highest level may no longer be feasible. Bisping famously continued fighting in the UFC despite being blind in one eye, completing 11 fights under those conditions, which Rogan described as a remarkable feat. Rogan further elaborated that eye injuries are particularly tricky and unpredictable, especially when they involve tendons or other structural damage that can affect vision permanently. He stressed the potential risks of fighting at an elite level without full sight, highlighting how critical eyesight is for timing, defense, and overall performance in mixed martial arts. The conversation also referenced other fighters who have overcome similar challenges, including Shara Bullet, who competes in the UFC while legally blind in one eye due to a sparring injury. Despite the challenges, some fighters have managed to maintain their competitive edge, although such cases are rare and highly demanding both physically and mentally. Situation has drawn significant attention from the MMA community, with fans, analysts, and peers expressing concern for Aspinall's health and career prospects. Medical experts and commentators alike emphasize the importance of prompt recovery and the inherent risks of returning to competition prematurely. Rogan's discussion underscores the reality that even elite athletes face limitations when serious injuries occur, and that resilience alone may not always be enough to ensure a safe and successful return to the octagon. The focus now remains on Aspinall's recovery, his upcoming surgery, and whether he can safely return to compete at the highest level of the sport. Kevin Vallejos has expressed his astonishment at the rapid success he has achieved in the UFC. A few weeks ago at UFC Fight Night in the Apex, Vallejos stunned the MMA world by knocking out Giga Chikadze with a spinning back fist, a performance that immediately put him in the spotlight. In a recent interview with MMA Junkie, Vallejos shared his feelings about his breakthrough year, admitting that the level of success he has experienced exceeded his expectations. Vallejos said, "I'm very happy and satisfied with what I did this year. It was a very complete year. It was a lot. It was a dream to start the year as a debutant and end it ranked. It's crazy. Honestly, I didn't expect this. I was surprised to get number 13 in the rankings. I thought I would be ranked 15th after beating Giga. I sincerely was surprised to see myself in the rankings because that wasn't in my plan for this year. To enter the top, I never thought about that. The plan was just to generate experience, but to get to the top so quickly and be ranked 13th, it surprised me a ton." Vallejos emphasized that his accomplishments this year reflect that he is on the right path and making the most of the resources available to him in his home country of Argentina. Unlike many fighters who relocate to countries with more established MMA infrastructures, Vallejos has chosen to remain in Argentina, training locally while only leaving for short-term camps abroad. He explained, "A lot of people have to go live in another country to get the resources. I'm doing something different. I'm staying in my country, Argentina, where the country is not that well known, and we're not at that level culturally or technically like Brazil, the United States, or other countries yet. I do see we're doing well. I only leave to do camp, but I mainly stay here and continue to learn and get tools. I still have the idea of doing all my camp here. That's something I'm looking at more this coming year. We already did something similar. I only leave to Brazil for a month and a half, and I continued to think about that." Vallejos' approach highlights his commitment to developing his skills while remaining connected to his roots. By leveraging local training resources and supplementing them with focused camps abroad, he has achieved a remarkable level of success in a relatively short time. His story serves as an inspiration to fighters worldwide, demonstrating that dedication, strategy, and discipline can overcome logistical and geographic limitations in the pursuit of elite-level competition. Vallejos is clearly positioned to continue his rise in the UFC and remain focused on refining his skills and building on his impressive debut year.